everyone, it's Amanda with Ignite Studio, and today I'm going to be showing you how to use our paper making kit. So we're going to be making some flower seed paper, and we're going to turn that into a little card that you can send to a loved one. So first, let me show you everything that we have in our kit. We've got a pitcher for water, sponges for soaking up water, the very important directions for you to follow, 2 pieces of wood, our handheld blender, couch sheets, our white paper making screen, a gray screen, a drain rack, our mold, a drain pan, our blender cup, and a tub of water. In addition to this, you're going to need your seeds, which I got my seeds from the seed library. I picked them based on how cute the seeds looked, and then also how easy they were to grow. I like to add some lint for color and for texture in my paper. And then you're going to need about 3 pieces of copy paper, maybe something that you would probably throw away. So this is good for recycling. So to get started, we're going to rip up our copy paper into little 1-inch squares. We're going to put it into our blender cup, and then we're going to let it soak for a little bit. And while it soaks, we're going to build our mold. So now we're going to build our mold. So first, we're going to flip our mold over and remove the Velcro straps. We're going to put our white paper making sheet on top, followed by our drain rack. And then we're going to close the straps over those very taut. We're going to flip this over, and then we're going to put this into our water basin, and we're going to insert it in an angle. Just makes it a little bit easier to go in. So now we're going to use our blender, and we have to make sure we press down the lock button as well as the low speed button when we're blending. Now I'm going to add my lint, and I'm just going to rip this up into little pieces. Now we can pour our slurry into our mold. So with your fingers, you're going to move the slurry back and forth and up and down to get a full coverage inside of your mold. And now it's time to add our flowers. So I'm going to add some marigolds because the seed looks really fun. We're going to smooth these around again to get them into the paper itself. Now we're going to lift the mold out from the tub, and we want to make sure that we keep it level so that all of the slurry doesn't fall to one corner. And we're going to set it down on our drip tray. Now we can remove our Velcro straps, and then we'll carefully remove the mold from the paper itself. Now we're going to use our gray screen, and we're going to put it right on top of our paper. And we're going to use one of our sponges to sponge up all of the water that we can. And we're going to do this until we can remove the gray screen from the paper without ripping the paper. now we're going to start using our couch sheets. So we're going to take a piece of felt and we're going to set it directly on top of our paper. We're then going to take our white paper making sheet off of the drain rack and we're going to move it to a different surface, a dry surface. So now we're going to actually flip this over carefully so that the white paper making screen is on top, and we're going to do the same process that we just did with our gray screen. We're going to soak it up with the sponge until we can remove this white paper making screen from the paper easily without ripping it. Now we're getting really close to being finished. So what we're going to do is we're just going to take more couch sheets, we're going to put them over there, over the paper, and then we're going to use these wood blocks to press down and absorb more moisture until we feel like our paper is ready to be air dried. So we're just going to try to get as much moisture as we can out of the paper. So I can tell our paper is about ready because my couching sheets are coming up less and less moist. So now you can see in the paper we've got these beautiful little markings of where the seeds are. We've got little itty bitty tiny baby seeds in here. We've got chunks of this orangish color from the lint, and I think it turned out really nicely. So the next step for me is I need to wait until this air dries. So that's going to be about 24 hours. And after 24 hours, that's when I get to take my card. I chose to put an insert of cardstock and print off my saying and then glue it in with paper glue on the inside. You may just choose to write directly on the inside of your card. So once it dries, you'll just fold it in half and there's your card, and you can let whoever the recipient of your card know that this can actually be planted and it was made of recyclables. So I'm so happy you joined me today with our card making activity, and I hope to see you in Ignite and see you make some paper.